Yeah, my name is Janet. Welcome back to English Flex. We're going to take a look at minutes writing. Now, minutes are a record of the discussions, decisions, and recommendations that are passed during a meeting. The secretary of the group records the proceedings of the meeting, and all what is written should be a true record of what goes on during a particular meeting. What are the contents of minutes? 1. Minutes should contain title or heading, and this should be written in capital letters and underlined. You're also required to include details like the name of the group or the organization, the date, the venue, and the time of the meeting in your heading. A second content is a record of attendance, and this includes those present, absent with apology, absent without apology, and in attendance, that is, any member who is not part of the group but they attended the meeting, in other words, non-members. The preliminaries is also another content of minutes writing, and here you mention things like the chairperson calling the meeting to order, saying a prayer, noting any apologies, and chairperson welcoming remarks, and that is written in the preliminary section. Next, it's a confirmation of the previous meeting. Now, minutes from the previous meeting are read by the secretary. One member is required to propose, and then another member is required to second. After, the secretary and the chairperson sign on the blanks left out at the end of the meeting. Like, at the end of the meeting, when you write chairperson, you put a dash here, secretary dash, sign dash, date dash, and then so they are required to sign here after the minutes have been confirmed, proposed, and seconded. Now, I have a question here. Before the question, there are a few things we do not mention. Now, matters arising is also another issue that is supposed to go into the minutes, and these are issues arising from the previous meeting. If you have any issues left in your previous meeting and you need to discuss them, then that goes under matters arising. Now, items on the agenda, these should be numbered sequentially as you discuss them. Any other business, these are issues that are not on the agenda and they also need to be discussed. And lastly, it's the adjournment, and this is the close of the meeting, and it shows the time the meeting ended, and the date for the next meeting is indicated here. The person who says the final prayer is also mentioned, and the venue for the next meeting is written under adjournment. Now, looking back at the question, you are the secretary of the Writers Workshop Club in your school. You hold the third meeting of the year to discuss the following agenda: rehearsals for the inter-school writing competitions, production of the school magazine for the year, a trip to one of the mainstream media houses, AOB, and lastly AOB. During the meeting, you are informed that two members had earlier informed the chairperson that they would not be available, so that is absent with apology. One member did not attend without apology, and the club patron, Mrs. Satya, was present. Write the minutes of the meeting. So let's do this. I had written earlier, so I'm not going to write with you. I'm going to take you through what I had written. My heading: minutes of Writers Workshop Club meeting held in the dining hall on 27th July 2024 from 3 p.m. Members present were Judy Troipet, chairperson; Julius Itapi, secretary; John Kiro, treasurer; John Jude, member. We have Julius Oletipei, member, and Mercy John, a member. Those absent with apologies from the question have been told two are absent with apology: Kiri John, member, and Susan Appeal. One member was absent, so absent without apologies: Betty Olesupio, who is a member. In attendance, we have the club patron, Mr. Satya. Now, let us go to the minutes. Our preliminaries: the meeting started at 3:05 with a word of prayer from John Chun. Thereafter, the chairperson, Madam Judy, welcomed members of the meeting. She thanked the patron and the other members for attending the meeting, that is the preliminaries, and then after that follows the confirmation of the previous meeting, minutes of the previous meeting. Minutes of the last meeting were read by the secretary and confirmed to be a true record. They were proposed by Mercy and seconded by Joanne Kiro. Now, after the confirmation of the minute, the previous minutes, we go to our third minute, our agenda, first agenda on the list given from the question. Rehearsals for the inter-school writing competitions. The chairperson opened the discussion by highlighting the importance of upcoming inter-school writing competition. It was agreed that rehearsals would take place every Monday and Wednesday after school. Members were encouraged to prepare their pieces and participate actively in the rehearsals. Mr. Sacha offered to provide feedback and guidance during the rehearsals. And the next minute on the agenda is production of the school magazine for the year. The secretary provided an update on the progress of the school magazine. The deadline for the article submission was set for 1st August 2024, and it was decided that a committee would be formed to revise and edit the submissions. Members were reminded to adhere to the submission guidelines and deadlines. On the agenda, we also have a trip to the Citizen Media House. The chairperson proposed organizing a trip to Citizen Media House to give members exposure to professional writing and publishing. Mr. Sacha agreed to help coordinate the visit and suggested potential dates. A tentative date of 4th August 2024 was set, and members were asked to confirm their availability. And AOB is also on our agenda. It was reported that Mercy John won the Andika writing competition of January 2024. And coming to our adjournment, closing our minutes, it was agreed that the next meeting will be 2nd August 2024 in the school library from 2 p.m. The meeting ended at 6 p.m. with a word of prayer from Julius Oletipe. And then it is important to leave these spaces where the secretary and the chairperson will sign during the next meeting after this is read through, confirmed, proposed, and seconded. So this is also important when you're writing your minutes. So there we have it. I hope everything is clear from the question, from the guidelines on how to write minutes. Thank you so much for having me in today's lesson. It was a pleasure. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. Make sure to like this video and please share with friends, with your classmates. It will be helpful. Until next time, keep writing.